My favorite part about the Gentleman of the Garage is it comes on. There's no intro. There's no music.
Right to it.
You tune in and we talking already.
Boom. Right to it.
Boom.
That's all.
Professor, 40, Oakwood Crew, we get straight into the playoffs.
Maybe something like that'll happen though. Intro.
Maybe. We'll let the fans decide because I kind of like to just coming in.
What your boy Bree said. You listen to the and the G-O-G. That's how it be like. MC Bree, boy. I made a reference so far back. I'm the History Channel now.
That sounded like 8 years ago.
It sounded right. You feel me?
That was last week. So,
good evening.
Before we get into the games, it's creeping around that somebody was trying to move the KC game because it's going to be below 0.
Right.
And then another thing came out because of a weather advisory, the Buffalo game, Buffalo Steelers might be moved to Cleveland. And I never thought Cleveland would be the holiday spot, but they were saying, if they got a statewide emergency, they ain't got to do the game. They don't care about the game. They might have a statewide emergency. And they said Cleveland was 185 miles southwest of Buffalo. It was just crazy to see Cleveland and then Southwest next to it was crazy to me.
Right.
Southwest, like what?
But how far is it from Pittsburgh? Like 90 something?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, depending on what part, but downtown,
downtown 2 hours and 1 minute.
120.
It was faster to go to Pittsburgh than it is to go to Columbus from here.
Yeah, and from Buffalo, it's faster to go to Pittsburgh than Cleveland.
Yeah.
They should just do that.
Just had a game in Pittsburgh.
But then that would be weird.
Go ahead. So you get a home game. Out of it anyway.
Like your weather messed you up, man.
You might have to move that game to India.
What's the purpose of having home field advantage if you ain't playing in it?
Yep.
Right. Look, the weather advisory is to stay inside. Unless you go in the Orchard Park to see
the Buffalo.
Yeah, if you ain't going to see the Buffalo Bills, but stay inside. Because
it ain't like they ain't never seen snow. Ain't like they ain't never seen snow.
I think they got hit during COVID. They did get hit with weather stuff that messed them up a little bit. Yeah,
that's true.
So they over there, they are trying to be secure for the city, trying to, but they still need to play that game, man.
I remember a friend of mine from Buffalo. She was telling me she was mad at her dude because he didn't shovel the snow off the roof. And I didn't tell her that he won the argument, but I'm like,
the argument was won when
I've never heard of getting on the roof.
The roof of the car.
The roof of the car. He won the argument.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody getting on the roof.
Yeah, she's like the roof can't handle that much snow.
That's why they got a pitch. That's why all roofs got a pitch to them to handle that. The gravity will take care of that.
He's supposed to be innovative and do something to make that happen, but not get on that roof.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. The roof can take because if when it get too heavy, the snow's gonna fall off. They've been doing houses like this for 100,000 years.
That's why the roof is.
They got a pitch. Yeah.
Or pay somebody.
But
I ain't never seen nobody shovel a roof. That's the whole reason why they got a pitch to them.
But her new dude does it, so.
How do you get on the roof with snow?
That's a whole nother. I'm gonna text her during the show.
That's wild.
At the end.
I ain't never heard that.
And she'll tell her.
You gonna get on the roof?
No, I'm not.
Listen, man, in some places, and you gotta know what kind of roof you got too, because some places roofs are ridiculous. Like if you only got a long fall, it's alright to be on the roof. But then when you had that fall, one slippage,
and it's so in her
everything gonna break.
Her house is not small.
Like an obvious problem on the roof, I'm not getting on the roof.
Nah, the roof got a pitch to it. When the snow get too heavy, it falls off.
It's gotta be obvious and life-threatening. Like if I have a life-threatening problem on the roof and I can't go to a hotel, then I'll get up there.
The closest I got to going on the roof when it was snow is football season a couple years ago.
With the ditch.
I had the DirecTV.
Yep, that's the
and
only
it got
time.
snowed on.
That's the only time.
And I was like, ain't nobody getting up there.
I remember that.
Throw the rock.
Yeah, we were throwing
the rock. We were throwing the bill at it.
Was that
football.
when Tennessee was playing somebody?
I don't know, but I was throwing the football. I'm over there throwing the football.
Tennessee and the Ravens.
and it was snowing like crazy here. You were throwing the football
to knock the snow off the dish.
Oh, dude, you just gotta go to SD. Anybody with DirecTV out there, go to SD duplicates, and it'll show the game. It just won't be in HD, but you'll have no problems watching it.
Oh, for real? Well, it worked for us.
Yeah,
We hit that bitch, bang. We was hoping it move, bang, and the snow was off. We was back inside doing it. We wasn't gonna get on that roof though.
I think the ball was stuck up there for the rest of the
No, yeah, the ball did stay up there until yeah, no, and it didn't melt for like 3 weeks, but at least we did what we were supposed to, because we had thrown, it's 3 balls we threw up there.
Yeah, we got the first one.
I used to work for Dish, and they say, they ask you, can you see your dish from where you are? No, you get to go outside and see your dish, see if there's any obstructions on it. I can't reach it. It's not like, hey, you got to wait for the snow to melt. Nothing I can do. Can you send somebody out? It's $150. What you want to do? I'm not arguing with you. You know, you got to. This is the deal. Because the surface of that dish is supposed to be non-stick. You know what I'm saying? So that don't happen, but that's what ends up happening.
It was actually not covering the dish. It was covering the back part.
Right.
The white.
And
snow built up. So they couldn't get to the white. They couldn't do the receiver part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so we had to hit the jump so knock it off.
And
that's the fix for that, no SD duplicates.
The thing about that dish, in case anybody want to know, is they got to be pointing exactly at 43 degrees, whatever it is, southwest. That's where the satellite is.
In Northeast Ohio, it's got to go southwest.
Yeah. It was some particular degree. So if you hit it and they go off,
if it go off by one jump, I know.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I used to work with DirecTV too.
So I only last year through the summer. So I like.
Well, with that being said,
it's like
Buffalo playing that game though, right?
Yeah, it's like that. They just gonna have to play Kansas City.
Kansas City gonna have to play that game. That's gonna be an interesting game.
Miami going to Kansas
Miami
City.
got their running back. I think Mostert is back.
Is Mostert back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they might have his other receiver back, so they could be running all types of runs and never had to have ball in the air. What's KC gonna do?
Do anybody know if KC got the upgrade on they cause they play on grass?
Do they have that upgraded grass?
Not the grass, but then underneath it, they had the heating thing they used to have. Mm-hmm. You know, when they started building the new baseball stadiums, they had the extra drainage. So, you know, if it rained, you know, you wait a couple hours, all that to drain off or whatever. I don't know if KC got the heating element. They did that in Green Bay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has it. And, Baltimore, a lot of stadiums have it now. So, like, that's why you don't see, when we were little, we used to see football games in the mud.
Yeah.
You don't see that much anymore
exactly.
because the fields are so much better.
Yeah, and there was no baseball down there to make mud.
And the dual fields.
Yeah. But that's not the problem. The problem is, I was listening to James, your favorite person, Jones from Green Bay. I think he dropped something for you. But he said that's not the problem. The problem is quarterbacks, you can't touch the ball. So your hands, when you get out there, as soon as you go out from the locker room, your hands are almost frozen to death. You almost got frostbite. So when they throwing the ball, you can only catch like that. So you're trying not to run certain routes because that ball coming in so zippy.
Like a rock.
It's gonna break your hand.
It's like a rock.
You got the gloves now.
You got the gloves now, yeah. Bud Grant wasn't playing none of that.
Even with the gloves, baby.
I was going to say, Bud Grant and them used to get Ahmad Rashad and Sammy White.
He would not let them wear gloves. They get used to it.
They didn't have any of that
no
stuff.
Look at Ahmad Rashad's hands right now.
Yeah.
That's a different.
That's the whole thing.
I heard that's why he got divorced. His hand look crazy.
All of them dudes' hands probably look crazy now.
Yeah.
Everybody in Minnesota.
Everybody.
Somebody got frostbite a couple times in Minnesota practicing.
In Minnesota,
they was outside.
Buffalo.
They was outside.
Outside.
And that's when they played at Metropolitan.
Outside.
They got the Metrodome and that.
Yeah.
I know the NFC hated the fact that they were good back then because you might have to go there.
You might have to go there or Chicago.
Think what kind of beast you got to be. Remember, people don't understand. Even on all levels, they ain't practicing like we used to.
Right.
I used to try to avoid, because you know what's going to happen in the summertime. Like, wake up, go to practice. If you live close, go get lunch. If not, sit down, drink some water. Because we got another practice about to pop off. It's going to be another 3-hour jump.
And that's the hard one.
And they used to do that in the NFL during summertime, too. They had two, 3 a days.
Yeah.
And if they were doing it, And they were allowed to practice. They were practicing during the year. There's not that many practices during the year. So you in Minnesota practicing outside and then playing.
Yep.
It was some dog. It was hard to go up to bed. And
they
Frank Darden almost won one. He tried to take him a couple times, but
what was crazy is when they would play the Rams up there, and because we talked the other time about warm weather teams going there. So like in those NFC Championship or NFC playoff games, when the Rams would have to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's usually when Minnesota went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Is that when they beat the Rams?
They beat Cleveland in '69.
Before the
When the Rams won, when
they beat the Rams, I think they beat the Rams in '73 and '76. I don't know who they beat in '74.
The Rams broke through in 80, right, or 79 when they lost to the
79 season.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah, they won that NFC Championship game in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they beat Doug.
Because it would have been Tampa Bay and Houston in the Super Bowl. I made a rap about that back then. Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. Kenny Burrows, you know what I'm saying?
That
Kenny
Houston
Burrows, Doug
they
Williams.
was greedy, that Houston team. They were greedy.
Yeah.
They had some ballers.
Look at the color. We looked at the colors, that orange and that light blue. Like, oh, that's fine.
So look, man, we got so many stories though, man. We got Pittsburgh, how they make it. We got the coldness and how Buffalo took the second seed. When they look like that, when they cold. We got
the legends.
KC looking crazy when they usually host all championship games. And they had to play at home in the first week. It's the first time they're playing in the first week.
Yep.
In a while.
And you got the legends retiring. Out of football. That's crazy.
They haven't played KC. Yeah, they haven't played. They had home field every year except 2021. Tennessee had home field.
And they ended up playing at home.
And they still ended up playing at home because Cincinnati beat Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, this is their wild card weekend, and they're on the road. They're on the road next week unless Buffalo loses. Pittsburgh beats Buffalo, KC will be at home again.
I think Pittsburgh can beat Buffalo.
I think that's going to happen.
My boy
I know it's way too many points, though.
I think they will. I don't think they can. I think they will. Sorry.
There we go.
My boy in DC just put a ticket in. He called me. He said, "How you bet on football?" He was at a kiosk at a gas station. I'm like, it's called Futures.
They got kiosks at the gas station in DC
Maryland. Yeah, in DC they got kiosks at the gas station.
Oh, it's over with. It's over with. I might
Shout out.
Shout out to the DMV, man.
Hey, shout out to Wawa. He said, I just left casino. What's the name of the casino? And it was some crazy name. I'm like, what's the book name? He said, I don't know what you mean. I said, was it MGM? He said, I know what MGM is. I'm not going over there. I'm on the road.
If he was in Maryland, I know where he was at.
He said, it was Get Me or something. The name of the casino was it was some weird name. But I was like, hey, go to Sportsbook. I'm not going to more casinos. I'm just driving. But I'm going to go to this gas station. They got a kiosk. I'm like, what? I said, when you go there, hit NFL, and you're going to look up the futures bet. And he took me a picture of it. I was like, yeah, there you go. Pittsburgh plus 2,700. You know what I mean? He said, what that mean? I said, that's how much you win if you bet 100.
Bet 100.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bet 100. That's how much you win. He said, I got to feel them. They get past them. If they go to Baltimore, if they go to,
Was it live?
What you mean?
That's the name of the casino in Maryland.
Nah, it was
so $50
he
would
must
have got
live
him
far up in Maryland
13.50.
then.
It was in DC. He was in Get Go. Or it was not Get Go.
No, the casino in Maryland that he put. Whatever. Go ahead.
So he's saying they had a sports book. So the casino had a sports betting at the gas station.
Well, he went to a
kiosk
sports book and he couldn't find. And he called me. He was in the car already. He's like, hey, "How you bet on da?" He's in the car. He was like, "I said, no, you want to do futures?" And they have a number next to it. He said, he got that at the kiosk. He said, no, I'm going to the gas station. I said, what do you mean you go to the gas station? They got kiosks at the gas stations now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went, took a picture of it. He said, if I press, because he a Pittsburgh fan. He said, if I press Pittsburgh, what that mean? I said, it was plus 2,700. Basically, for every dollar you bet, you'll win $27. So you bet $100, you'll win $2,700. You know, just made it simpler for him. So we put 50 on him. He's like, I got a feeling, man, because he said, the only team I'm worried about is Cleveland. He just kept saying, Cleveland is a problem for everybody.
He bet them to go to the playoffs to win the whole thing.
He bet for the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl.
He bet Cleveland to win the Super Bowl?
No,
Pittsburgh.
Oh, but he was saying as a fan, he said, only reason I'm worried about is Cleveland. He said that they are a problem. Pittsburgh fan, yeah, Steelers fan.
You respect it?
Man, him with the Ohio State. He played for Ohio State for a year, but that's my dog from college. And yeah, but he got Pittsburgh down there. Pittsburgh was, I got the picture on my phone. It was 2,700, and then the Browns were. I'll tell you in a second. On this picture, the Cleveland Browns was plus 2,900. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh was plus 12,400. The Browns are 2,900 at this kiosk. Look at that picture.
Is that for the Super Bowl?
To win the Super Bowl.
Okay, I was gonna say
Futures bet.
I'm about to drive down there.
There's a futures bet.
But that's for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl odds.
Yeah, turn that, unlock it.
That was the Super Bowl odds. So he just had a regular sheet in his hand. I said,
what else is on there?
He said, I ain't seen the Super Bowl thing. So that's a futures bet. It's gonna be a whole different piece of paper, or you can go up to the counter and ask him. He's like, I already left. So whoa. But he went to a gas station, man. They had a kiosk over there, dog.
They're supposed to have a kiosk here, around here, but they never delivered the kiosks to the places they're supposed to have them.
I just go. You can go to the casino, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I like going to Northfield Park or whatever, MGM, because it's right here.
MGM is where I'll be at, yeah.
And of course, I call MGM Walton Hills. To me, that whole thing is Walton Hills.
Everything in it is Walton Hills.
Every going to Walton Hills. Like, we
Where you going to Walton Hills?
This is Walton Hills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got the Packers, Cowboys. That's a great one.
Cowboys.
That's a great
That
one.
might get ugly.
It might.
That might get ugly.
We got your boy coming back from the to the Lions with the Rams.
That's
football
tough.
team.
That's crazy to put him in that situation, man. Because he ain't playing. Stafford is not playing games with nobody.
And then you got the Eagles going to Tampa Bay, man.
This is where I turn my focus, my tide on the Eagles. This is where I'm back on the train.
Back on the Eagles.
Cheers
I'm
to
back
Professor.
on the train.
Cheers to Professor.
We'll talk about that
for
later.
the last.
The picks.
For the
You
last.
can tell me why.
Yeah, for the last 3 weeks.
Because you over there a while.
He has said,
He
"Hey,
did.
the Eagles gonna lose to the Giants one of these two last." And I'm like,
did.
ah man, And he showed that they got their butt blew out. I said, Professor was calling that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Second time. That's crazy.
He was calling that 3 weeks
I'd have
ago.
never.
Cardinals.
That's
Yeah.
I would have never.
I would never. He called it 3 weeks
I'm
ago.
gonna give you that.
Now I'm saying
He
they.
called it like 5 weeks ago. I can't.
You said
Yeah, I
it was
called
up.
that.
Yeah, it was a minute. He called it. He called it. I got to give your
It's gonna
flowers.
it's gonna be a blow.
They're gonna beat Tampa,
There's no way they lose to Tampa.
Well,
and then San Francisco be warned. We'll talk about that later, but San Francisco be warned.
okay. Hey, what
Be
y'all?
warned, because when they lose one of them dudes, it just don't look right. I don't know what it is, but if they lose two guys,
Is
It's
AJ
over.
Brown out?
I don't know if he's playing.
AJ Brown out. That's Eagles was 10-1 a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about they got da.
I told you
And
they weren't.
you called it. You called it.
I thought they
Brown's
would.
out.
AJ Brown's out.
Wow.
Okay. But when they were 10-1, I figured they would. I thought they would go 12-5. I didn't know they would go
They'll just
11.
fall off.
I thought they'd win 2 more.
Tampa Bay got an AJ Brown. He gonna be there. He gonna be.
He'll be there.
Mike.
What did Tampa Bay hold them to 6 points or 9 points? I mean, Carolina held Tampa Bay to 9 points.
Well, that's all they
They
needed,
had to
though.
win the game, though, right?
Yeah, that's all they
And
needed.
there might have been some nervousness going on.
That's true.
Because it was like,
we
they felt like
yeah.
that. They know they ain't going to win the Super Bowl. They felt like this is the biggest game of the year. So even if they lose they made the playoff. That was a big thing for them.
Big thing.
Especially for the coach. Because
Shout out to
you lose, because you
big to
lose,
the coach.
you lose the homeboy.
And this is his second head coaching job, right?
Yeah.
You don't get 3 usually in the NFL. You know, unless you were successful at one of them. But he didn't.
Right, if you leave it, John, like this would be a perfect time for him because next year is not going to look as good. Let me go ahead and I quit.
But he failed at the Jets. If you fail at 2 jobs, you usually don't get the third.
He might get a with the Jets. Like, it was the Jets.
So
The Jets ain't won 8 years. It's hard for you to just be
yeah,
like,
they haven't been good since Rex Ryan.
So look, when we was here last, Saban had retired, and then the very next morning, the
Belichick.
general of New England Patriots, Belichick retired. What's your thoughts on that?
He had a great career, man. It was time.
You think it's over?
It's 24 years there. How many years was he in Cleveland? 5 or 6?
5.
What, 91 through 95? So 5 years in Cleveland. That's enough.
That's
29 years as a head coach. Not counting all his going back to the mid 70s as an assistant or ball boy assistant
From the ground
defensive coordinator. That's
From the ground up.
29 years as a head coach alone is enough.
Look,
enough.
I don't think he's over with because.
He might not quit.
That's-
He might.
I
Who
think
would
it's a
hire
wrap.
him?
But the thing
I think
is,
that's a wrap.
what I didn't say
can't
last
get-
time was these cats are retiring, and this is the love of their life. We might not see them longer than that. I mean, I ain't putting that on him,
yeah.
but
He a little younger than
Joe Paterno.
like your man's, right?
Yeah.
Joe Paterno,
Woody Hayes,
These cats retire,
and it's over.
like 6 months later.
It's over.
It ain't like Jimmy Johnson. Like, Jimmy Johnson was a clown. Well, he got the TV. He was like, I love TV.
And he was young.
And he never cared
Yeah.
about coaching again. Because if he did, he would have been back.
Yeah.
These cats been at it since they was 40, going hard. They're talking about a trio of people. Pete Carroll, too. I'm throwing Pete Carroll in there, too.
All these guys have been coaching since the 70s.
Yeah.
Or Belichick was coaching. You could say that with Baltimore in the 70s.
Pete Carroll did incredible. He went from the Jets, and I don't know what he did in between, but he went to USC,
Then he came
and
back
then,
to the
he
league.
went back to that's rough. That's
Yeah, that
that's
USC
rough.
run was nice,
But Pete
too.
Carroll, after he left the Jets, he went to New England.
Yeah.
There was that whole 90s Jets New England thing was wild.
Wow.
That was
Right,
nasty.
Parcells did that shit.
It was nasty.
From afar, it was wild. Imagine being in that division and being a fan base.
Okay, so you got Pete Carroll with the Jets goes to New England. Parcells with New England goes to the Jets. Belichick
turned down the Jets.
Turned down the Jets.
Jets don't.
Jets
And went to
turned
New
down
England. Went
the
to New England.
It was
All right,
just
yeah.
nasty work for a long time. That New England and the Jets thing. The general managers went back and forth.
But back then, New England was in the same place the Jets were.
Yeah,
They
they
ain't
were
win
both
nothing.
teetering.
But they wouldn't win. They ain't won nothing.
They didn't win, but they went.
Now
to the
you
Super
can
Bowl.
do that. You'd be like, New England's over there like,
Right.
I got all these championships. You're
Yeah.
nothing to me. They separated themselves.
Hey, let's go a little deeper than this New England thing. So this is on the topic. So, Belichick, when he was the head coach of Cleveland, he had built a culture. It was defensive oriented. They had a run game. Testaverde quarterback, just da-da-da-da. But it was a situation where they had a culture that was so strong that Andre Rison, a top 2 receiver at the time, I'm going to Cleveland. They can win a Super Bowl. And it fell apart or whatever.
Yeah.
But he goes to New England and builds a culture to where whoever comes in, like I like the guy Van Noy, or a couple of the guys they had, it was like, they make these dudes stars. The kicker always make kicks. It was a culture there. So he retires, and like 2 days after he retired, they put his installment in, Gerard Mayo. You know, I didn't see that coming from nowhere. Gerard Mayo was a new coach. Yeah, he's a new coach. I'm like, I don't know if he can build that same culture that lasts for 3 decades.
I'm gonna say this.
Talk
But
to
that
me.
What's
culture-
Antonio Pierce doing? They're doing right now.
Making a culture.
Right. And he's not the only
Yeah.
black, and they linebackers too, it seems like.
That's
And
true. I
then-
didn't think about that, but I was like,
If you think look to the
Yeah,
league.
look at in Houston.
See?
D'Amico
Ryan.
Ryan.
See, right, he's in the playoffs.
But yeah, that
He might be the next one. I guess what if you look at it, it is a bridge. They played right at the time. They started with the cats that you coaches can yell at you, boom boom boom, you listen to whatever they coach. And it ended around the time the cats that don't like to get yelled at all sitting on the bottom.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
So since they were the old heads with the young cats that don't like to get. They know how to what to say to them.
both worlds.
Yeah, they can know what to
finesse
say.
both worlds, yep.
Say to the people, and they can still.
They can cuss you out in the new way.
Yeah.
Without a
Right.
They
know how to. Hey, you know what to say to me to make me. You know what I'm saying?
to put the battery in that back.
Right.
I say this though, if
That's
I could
true.
be, listen, I don't care if people take it as disrespect. I was going to apologize, but I'm not. I'm not hiring Bill Belichick without Tom Brady.
Without who?
Without Tom Brady.
Tom Brady owns
It's
the
like
team.
we talked about burgers without the cheese. Don't give me Bill because Bill
Then you want him to be
Belichick-
Denver. Then you want him to be Denver because he owns the team.
No.
No, not Denver.
No.
Las Vegas.
No.
He owns the team.
He got some motivation. He can't come back, can he?
I don't want him. I don't want Belichick as my coach at 70-something years old.
It's impossible to rebuild.
This is what I say.
Especially when the guy never won. He never.
He sound like Shady.
He never won without Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
talked
He was
about
gonna win.
Cleveland.
He was gonna win here.
He had one winning season.
Yeah, but the second.
He had one winning season.
But the next year was gonna be better than that.
They
But
were
they told.
terrible.
But they told in the
They
third
had-
game they told them they was
No,
moving.
it was suspenseful if they were going to move.
Yeah, but you don't
They
play.
were
You
3 and
can't.
4.
They didn't know how to play that way.
They were 3 and 4.
That's
how
what-
does moving affect?
You asked
Playing
me
on
how
the field.
yelling at somebody affect people. They soft.
But they were 3 and 4.
I gotta
just
say,
saying,
if you've been unapologetic, I'm gonna be you're soft.
Okay, but if you were 7-0,
softness goes up in there.
if you were 7-0 and then the team was going
And they
to
say for what?
I could buy that excuse. But if you're 3 and 4,
Listen, they don't know what team. They don't know if the team moving. We gonna be there because everybody's gonna get dispersed. They thinking about their job more than they thinking about the season.
game.
Yeah, they're like, okay, well, how this gonna work? We move expansion team. Are we
they
gonna
knew
go?
they were
Are we
moving.
gonna be over here? They don't know.
they did know.
They didn't.
Because
That's the
they
whole
had
point. And
just
then,
watched.
like in the middle of the season, they knew for
Hey.
sure, and they stopped
But
playing.
they were 3 and 4 at
They
that
stopped
point.
playing.
But I'm just saying, if
But
they
in the
were,
beginning of the season, it started like that.
Hey,
they were 3 and 4.
if you look at their coaching staff,
You
and everything they
take
had
the
in
same
line
11-5
in place,
they.
they had
and
everything
then
in
you
place.
think
Saban was there. They had everything in place. They had the coach at Ferris, the coach of Iowa the last 30 years. He was there.
And
They
hold
had
up. And none of
Lombardi.
them dudes, zero of them guys you named did accomplish anything without Tom Brady in the NFL. All them guys you named.
I'm trying
All
to
they need is another white dude playing quarterback. Tom Brady just happened to be the dude that was there.
Okay,
My
but-
dude, look, what I think should happen is he was.
They were
but he was old.
5-11.
But he was old.
He
and,
wasn't old.
And he was hurt. He was getting hurt too much. He was old.
He was healthy and
30, he was old back then. I'm sorry. Y'all know everybody playing the
Well,
40.
that was Drew
He was like
Bledsoe.
30, 31.
when was he a rookie in the NFL? In 93? This was 2000.
Yeah, like
No.
93. Yep.
So this is 2000. We're talking about.
So 22, what you call it, 2000
So, yeah,
something.
you're not
He was old then. He was old. What's the average? I'm going to look up. What's the average length of QB before 2000?
I would say like 11, 12 years, maybe 13.
No. You talking about the ones that
35
that made the
was-
Hall of Fame. Everybody who made the Hall of Fame
35
played
was
longer.
old. Yeah.
Once you got the 3 was higher, the next number was higher. It was like, oh,
I'm
you know
just
what I'm saying?
saying. I'm just saying that
Yeah, Browns is down to 1.5.
I hadn't seen any success from any of those guys without Tom Brady.
That's you
That's
talk-
all
I'm gonna
saying.
take. This is what I'm gonna do. If I'm the Chargers, I'm like, look, all right. I want you Saban, and I want to bring Pete Carroll back. He the offensive coordinator, Saban the defense. You the head coach. Find 6 more cats. It's the LA Chargers, and they gonna make that. Hey, they gonna make the.
That would be
At
nice.
the very worst, they gonna make that quarterback better.
That would be cool if they brought Pete Carroll in
At the
and
offense,
brought all them dudes in.
right?
Because they still know football. I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
not. It hasn't been guaranteed success.
Yeah, that's so okay. Switching over to college, Saban retires, and of course, the Alabama fans are so full of themselves because they had all the success after all this time. They so full of themselves. Oh, well, the Texas coach, he's just gonna come back, and then we'll just keep going. He said, "No, I'm saying Texas." Oh, well, we can get the Florida State coach. He'll come back. No, I'm saying Florida State. They want to get Dabo Swinney from Clemson. He was like, no, we can run through
We can
Alabama
win
now.
Yeah. Now we can really get it in.
The top recruits opted back out because it's a weird situation how he retired right in this thing because there was a amount of determined time where you have as a recruit to commit and sign a commitment, which won't take place for another month. But the current players right now can say, hey, I'm in the transfer portal and it don't cost them nothing. So Saban, from what I heard, from what I'm reading, Saban was trying to, of course, like everybody, you need to stay, see what happens, give it 3 days, and we'll get a new code, but I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you out of here, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So they thought all these other coaches just run to Alabama. No, they was coming to Alabama because Saban was there. I'm going to pros. Saban said, I'm going to pros. I'm a top 5. I'm top 5 in my position. I'm going to Alabama. If I got to sit a year, I'm going to pros after that. That's all over with. I don't know who they going to get to go out there.
They hired the Washington coach.
They already did?
Yeah.
And that's a good hire because he was able
He going to take that job. You know how fast he took that job?
The Washington coach just lost the national championship.
Yeah. You know how fast they took it? And they offered him like 103. He was up in Washington like, Alabama. However you do it now, that job was off. And now he the Alabama coach now.
Hey, what's the day? I'm going to call this in college football. What's the day? What's the day? 12th. January 12th, I'm calling it. Alabama is in the SEC West. The best they'll finish is 3rd place for the next 5 years. Calling it right now. That's the best. Not winning the SEC West. Winning the SEC.
There's going to be extra catching
in
there
the
too.
SEC or just the West?
The SEC West.
Wow.
The best they're going to finish is 3rd.
That's disrespectful.
He's going to try to do what the dude
That's worse than what I said about Belichick.
Hey, man, that's the word.
He's
That's
going to
the
try
best
to turn
they're
Alabama into a totally spread team. And that ain't going to work for that.
LSU going to come up. Arkansas come up. Mississippi State, Mississippi, all of them going to start running. And you got Texas and Oklahoma coming in. One of them's going to be in the ACC.
Ole Miss is in the West, aren't they?
Well, here's the thing. You got Texas, which is West. You got Texas, who is West, further west than Alabama.
Texas going.
Texas will be in the West.
And then Oklahoma is further west than Alabama.
USC.
But are they still going to have the East? I
still
get your point.
Oregon.
We can still look at those teams and theoretically say.
3rd place is the best for Alabama from now on.
Hey, but look.
3rd place is the best. I'm trying to tell you, 3rd place is the best. They gonna finish.
You know, it's spread, man. You gonna be. You don't get no time to rest. You out there. They turn the ball over or they punting. You gotta get back out there again. You might change where you go to Alabama. Alabama defensive line is gonna change too because they run a different offense.
And the offensive linemen, they would have spare offensive linemen. They get hurt going around. You don't even see the upgrade or downgrade because the best they're going to do in their division for the next 5 years, I'm calling it now, is 3rd place.
Wow. You heard it first in the garage.
Because
that's how it goes down.
Part of it is the dudes is there now. They go into the portal. The freshmen, matter of fact, Alabama had the best recruiting class in the nation.
Country, that one running back.
And they was like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't come there because Saban was going to be there and everything's going to be in place. Because he'll have all the rains, and I'm going to pros.
Colorado going to end up with some of them cats. Watch.
Yes,
it's going to rain on Colorado.
It's going to be
that
messy.
defense going to be crazy over there.
It's
all
going
of a
to be
sudden,
messy.
that defense and that line.
And that line going to get better.
Yeah, they just going to go.
Y'all seen Alabama in the playoffs.
Mike made the playoff at number 12 next year.
Alabama in the playoffs, losing to Michigan. That was their sayonara for the next decade. That was it. That's their heights. That's their heights for the next decade.
Listen, I don't know.
Hey, when he said Michigan, though, remember.
They said Michigan. When Michigan did them in,
up, baby.
Right back.
They did. When Michigan did them in, and they went through the whole thing, like, why you run a quarterback sneak? Somebody said something earlier. I was like, damn, I started thinking about it. I was like, wow. Before they ran that quarterback sneak, Michigan called timeout, and Alabama called timeout. You had 17 minutes of real time to make a play.
Make a better play.
And then that's what you chose.
Roll the snap, right?
Hey, man, that's over. It's over.
I look like my man said, Kelly, man. I look, it don't make no difference how it happened. It just happened.
It's
baby.
over.
You heard me?
They roll gonna be harder than Ohio State's roll.
Was down.
Ohio State gonna have a problem.
I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz he know. I went upstairs I couldn't even do it on the last drive.
Don't even say it on
I
camera.
went upstairs.
Don't
man.
even say it on camera, man. Don't even say it
I
on
went
camera.
upstairs.
Don't even say it on camera.
I missed.
He didn't even watch the fuck. He
I ain't missed.
He ain't watched the game.
last drive.
He missed it. I had to give him a
That's the
recap.
only time I seen.
No, that's why
You
I had
have
to. I had to rewatch the whole joint in overtime.
Yeah, I watched the final drive and then I
'Cause
watched
look,
overtime. Yeah.
I was up. I'm upstairs. I'm mad that we did it again.
It wasn't no overtime.
I grabbed the phone.
It was overtime for the
Yeah.
Alabama.
Alabama game. Okay, yeah.
I grabbed the phone,
Overtime for the other one. They blew
Yeah,
him out. It was
yeah.
crazy.
and they at the 1 yard line. And then I was like, okay, something happened, maybe. And then I watched the last play, and then I ain't watched the overtime because I couldn't watch the overtime either. You know, but you know me. What do I do?
Yeah.
And when the Bucks was in the series with the TiVo joke, I don't watch the game. Tip is at 7, but I'm watching. We start watching at 8:30, so I can watch the whole joke. You feel me?
Yeah.
I watch the joke just riding through. I turn off my phones and everything. I don't want to hear nothing about money. Did you see that?
people
I know
got
I ain't
different ways
see
to watch the
nothing.
game.
And start watching. That's how I did the Dallas Chat. But
I gotta see you live, man. I can't do what you do. I
hey,
gotta see right
it's
now.
loud to me.
Yeah, I
You
gotta see
remember?
it live.
You gotta remember. We grew up where we watched the NBA finals.
On tape delay.
Sometimes 2 days later. It's like Magic won the
We used to have to watch the George Michael sports machine. Yeah.
Shout out to
So,
George.
Shout out to George Michael, man.
Hey, my
Yeah.
heart can't take live. I ain't gonna lie to you.
George Michael
I'm soft
sports
like that.
machine.
I can't take live sometimes. But when my cat's in there, that live job be having me. I'm trying to train my reactions.
That's
Sports
the beauty
changes
of the
your
game,
reactions. You feel
Yeah,
me?
it's true.
That's the beauty of the game, man.
That's
You gotta-
true.
You gotta feel it, no matter how much you how much it hurts.
You just gotta bask in it.
You gotta just.
That's
you know,
true.
Especially when you're a Browns fan.
The Browns fans is tough, man.
That's not
It's
that.
tough.
But see,
It's tough.
if I watch it live,
this year,
This is a great year. This
This is a
I'm
good
not
year.
happy about it.
Let me get that drink.
when you watch it live, when I watch it live, if something bad happen, I might walk away and miss the whole jump, right? But if I watch it continuously, I can take, you know what I'm saying, without no stops, I can watch the whole game, I'll stay. And be like, maybe something will change.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm still watching it regardless.
different
Yeah.
people watch. Different people watch.
Sometimes I catch up though. Sometimes
Well, yeah, 'cause you skip
I end up catching up in the fourth quarter. I just started a little late. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch the halftime. Boom. I'm just riding it out. The fourth quarter come. My boy Giannis is Giannis got him one, boy.
I hope he gets another one, man. I just like the way he plays. Because he goes to the rack.
Hey, what can you do? Go to the hole. What should you do? Go to the hole. Come on. There's all these other ways to score, but what can you do best? Go to the hole. Boom. Mathematics.
You made
play-
8 threes, I made 0, but I had 40. You had 31.
Right. You play basketball. You play basketball?
Just no. No.
I never played basketball.
Grade, but that,
So when we talk about sports and that, if you look at, they say the smaller the balls get, the more rich you, whatever this and that. But basketball, you got 5 players on the court. You got 5 players on the court.
yeah.
Baseball, you got 9 players, but really the pitcher can control everything. Football, you got 11 moving parts on both sides, so it takes whatever it takes. But in basketball, with those 5 guys, if you got a Giannis or LeBron, me never playing basketball, I'm like, hey, go to the hole all the time, and once you get a lead, then chill out. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what the problem is. It's like,
Me
it's not even a
either.
thing.
I've never understood
I don't
that.
understand this. Go to the hole every time.
Because people watch. I'm gonna tell you what. This will change your game, though. You out there balling. You doing what you do, and you notice cats getting. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you growing up, it's like broads watching. Oh, what he did was liver than what you. I got 20 the regular way, right? I'm getting ready. You know, if you get it regular way, it's easy. But then, and then somebody comes down, he got 3 points, but he lean in, and then he get the girl number. I gotta learn how to do that. And then, right, the J work. Oh, he getting it that way. He's not just going to the hole. I gotta get this J work, man, because
He's on sports.
so you're right.
Yep.
So what happens? They should do the same thing. You balling, but you wanted to get it other ways. You jealous of how he getting it. It ain't jealous of how you get it. Y'all just come over here like, man, I'm just gonna get these boys, man. I'm about to get it. This is how I got to get it, man.
It's like, because basketball is like, you got 11 moving parts on football. Back in the day, you can get the ball to Jim Brown. He getting you 5 yards no matter what. And just keep doing that all the way down the field. But then they'll throw the ball, whatever they do. But in basketball, when you got a guy to go to the hole all the time, either make the bucket or get fouled. I don't understand why you do that all the time. I don't care what it look like. You know what I'm
I
saying?
used to say that about Allen Iverson. The Sixers scored more points off of Allen Iverson missing layups. Because, again, what did he do? He went to the hole, and 3 people come with him. He missed the layup, and somebody get it easy.
Right.
Wow, hey.
Easy. It's easy.
Hey, I did what he's supposed to do. He stay active.
He should have got assists for some of those.
Hey, that's a real thing.
It's
That's
a
a real
real
thing.
thing.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's
Good
a real
boy
thing.
Steve, we played for Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
He learned his little offensive game off what AI did. AI stayed active. He never stopped his dribble. He had to bounce with him. He was trying to figure out, I can't get you this way. I'm gonna get you. Throw it back here. Okay. And all your boy Steve did was the same thing. I'm gonna keep the ball. Everybody move. Somebody will be open in a second. We got 24 seconds to play this way.
Right.
Because they used to get to the half court fast. Wow. Now we in the half court if we ain't no layups.
That's when people started rolling the ball to try to create that time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Phoenix was just moving it.
Yeah.
They were just moving it.
Yeah, their coach, man, he never. I don't know if he won a championship ever.
Which coach?
No.
He came to Houston and they came close.
D'Antoni?
Yeah, they don't
Nah.
know yet. No.
He was
But
an excitement. He was excitement. No
he was like
championships.
he was the Air Coryell of basketball.
I'm gonna tell you something. No.
He should have won a championship. What's that game they missed all the threes?
The dude.
When they lost to
Golden State.
53.
Yeah, they missed every shot. That was ridiculous. That was
Who's the dude that
entertainment.
coached
They said
LMU?
that they didn't even realize that they
That's
won
the
that.
Manuel. He was doing
It's
some
like-
kind of thing because he was with the Lakers.
Yeah,
He started the Lakers break and went to LMU, and where old boy had passed out.
where they just all run to their spot.
You talking about,
they scored 151.
Talking about Westhead. Paul
Westhead.
Westhead.
He just runs some kind of sort of thing because
Something like that.
because Westhead was like everybody shoot. There ain't one person controlling this
Wherever
ball.
you shoot best from,
your
run
boy
there.
took it like,
Again, open
okay,
shot.
we're gonna run, but you control the ball. That's how James Harden was over there with 13, 14 assists and 50 points because it was like you control all this, just like how Steve was. You control all this. You do what you want to do.
Marbury, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Remember that year he had?
Marbury can ball.
Marbury.
He's too much in his head, man. And he got out of his head when he got overseas. Cause he an icon over there, man. He got
He's
statues.
an icon like a mug.
In China, is it?
Yeah.
He was live here.
No, he can ball.
He could ball.
I just think he didn't reach his potential because it was
Something.
Yeah. He was like, why? It was politics for him about money. And he should have been balling. Balling, somebody else should have been like, I'm gonna speak on this. Hey, you handle this shit, man. I'm supposed to get as much as what's going. All right, now I'm back about it. All you gotta do, you take care of that after I get my grievance in. But he was on it, and his mom was worried about how much KD was getting. We the same team. Cause that's what started there.
Hey, you talking about
that KG and Minnesota?
Yeah, KG.
Hey, look, y'all talking
I
real
was
stuff.
saying KD and KG, but yeah.
Y'all talking real stuff. You remember back then, and it wasn't that long ago, because the NIL thing is that. But back then, you couldn't really make no money until you went to the pros. Now you can make money, mess around in college. Them dudes will ball out in college to get the highest pick they can get, and then they got money. They take care of their families. You know what I'm saying? Now you can literally make money taking care of yourself, maybe even your family, because you got a scholarship. Everybody got a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? But then now you got money like, hey, moms, they got da. You don't hear none of them stories about, oh, well, they be in a draft, they get picked. Oh, I get my mom a house.
That's a good point.
None of that stuff happen now.
It's stretching your NFL because now when you get that NFL money,
it's luxury
in your pocket.
It's a luxury tax.
Yeah, but he was talking about $30 million. Him and Kate, because remember, he got 70 and he got 45 or 50.
But
and
what
he was like, why is this?
Yes,
he didn't understand.
Yes.
Everybody else knew Kevin Garnett was the dude. I was like, you cold.
He didn't understand.
But the dude is this nigga. Well, he thought he was the same nigga. And it started then.
You
if
said,
he ain't worried about that,
you said
he get paid. Because he balled to like he was 40.
You just said it. 70 and 30. 5 years before that, they'll be happy with 300,000. Like, oh, my mom, hey mom, you ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. I got a new house. Now you talking about 300 more. Yeah, now you talking about 70 million and 30 million. Man, 5 years ago, 300,000, you was a million. To you was a millionaire. Yeah. So, but now they getting that in college. The top guys getting that in college. Is that when they get to the pros, we're gonna see the reciprocation of that as time goes on, because them dudes back in the day, I gotta make it to the pros. I gotta get drafted because there was no money involved until you got to the pros. Now you can get money right now.
In basketball, it makes sense to leave early. Mm-hmm. Now football and everything else, you can make more money staying in college.
And that's the thing we talked about. I'll bring it up again. If I'm a running back and if say I can get NIL $6 million a year, I'm staying in college because the pros don't want to pay you much more.
But what you just said, because you not only you be a running back and you already know they got a skill already.
Yeah,
you going in to what's called, you know what you're going to get paid at each rate. They give you that because of the union. And you know it if you do your study, and you ain't gonna get this. The money that you really gonna make is off of endorsements.
So stay in college.
So be good, right? But if you're in college and you that dude, you an icon there.
Right.
So you get even more money endorse you.
Now I can see
the only reason you want to leave, but you have to stay.
Running back.
In reality, it's only staying one extra year though. For football,
maybe 2 as a running back.
Yeah, depending on what kind of school you went to. If you would graduate later, whatever, a red shirt. But look, you're an icon. You probably do want to stay one more year. But if you're scared of your league, that's another reason, because you can't really get insured. The insurance is different. But for a college joint, if you get drafted, the insurance is a little more, so you can get insured on your knee and all that. Because every running back does that. To get that bread. Because their career ends because of that, but they get insurance on that shit.
Talking about the running back.
And you got to remember that.
And the insurance, y'all been against me, but Florida State wasn't in the playoffs, and we seen what happened in their bowl game. It was a blowout. It wasn't even da-da-da.
It was a blowout because nobody played. That's
the point I'm trying to make. So now the playoffs is 12 teams. Now those running backs that want to stay or whatever, they can show off their game in an important environment, because now the 12th place team can play for something. Like a Florida State would have been in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
They would have just been mad to be number 5 or number 6.
Yes. But they in there. They may still got blowed out because the quarterback position is important, but they all would have played. You know what I'm saying?
And the same thing, what dude said about that was the old State situation. You had knocked out 2 quarterbacks. You was on your 3rd string quarterback and y'all won.
Yeah.
So what's different for Florida State?
You never know until you play.
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why they should have.
But when it's 12 teams, like you said, all those guys would have played. Who knows what would have happened, but they all would have played. Because you got 12 teams now. Because now you're playing an important game. Like, hey, if we put this together, we can da-da-da-da. Every game. We put this together, win this first game, then another game. Every game is even more important than the last game. Everybody's going to play. You know what I mean? So that's it's very messy and very exciting. Very messy and very exciting.
It's time to get to those picks, man.
Actually, right before this, the Lakers are engaged in trade talks with the Hawks.
For Trae Young?
No, for DeJounte Murray.
I know it was one of the point guards. Y'all great. And then y'all about to get another dude. Y'all.
I don't know what they want to do, bro.
Y'all kill me.
If they get Trae Young, that's gonna be crazy.
They're not gonna get Trae Young. There's no way they get Trae Young.
Who they gonna give up with DeJounte? You talking about DeJounte can guard people.
Is this new?
Nah, I meant to, yeah. They're in talks. It's not a trade.
Hey, you want
Before we get after we get to the
stretch?
picks, after we get to the picks, let's do a different segment on just the power verse. Did you watch it? Never mind.
No,
We'll do that next week.
man. You know, I forgot again.
I watched it last night.
Did you?
Midnight.
Oh, midnight.
I was up.
Man, why you supposed to text me, man? You should
I
have
should have texted you because I was up at 11:30. I was like, man, I'm gonna just stay up this extra hour and a half.
You should have texted me, man.
I was so tired this morning.
Was it crazy?
Yeah, you gotta see it. It's like you gotta see it.
Oh,
It's
man.
like this is the start of something.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Shout out Jody Williams, director of photography, my dog from high school.
Nice. And Halle Berry.
Shout out Jody Williams. My
Oh,
dog.
I shouted out Halle Berry. I did it for you.
And Halle Berry, right. And my cousin Tootie.
Yeah.
Everybody get love out here, my dude.
All right, we're gonna go through the picks now.
Yeah.
Let's do the picks, man.
Because I'm feeling good.
I'm
after-
scared of Professor. Professor was like, listen, man, you got the Giants at plus 500, and you gonna go.
You got it? How you want me to do it? Alright. First up, hometown,
Browns.
Texas Browns. Who you got?
Browns.
I'm going Houston.
Oh, we
Cleveland.
Cleveland. The Dolphins visit the Chiefs.
Weather, man, weather. Yeah.
I hate them both. Not hate the teams, but I hate the way both of them are playing. So I'm just gonna say Kansas City.
I think it just comes down to the defense. And Kansas City has better defense.
They do.
The weather is gonna be sub-zero.
Yeah,
Miami's quarterback, Alabama. Wide receiver,
You know that's
Alabama.
on Peacock. The game is exclusively on Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
they did. They
I don't know
Peacock,
why they did
Paramount. They got some
But
crazy.
you got Peacock because we got it together. Remember?
I just canceled it the other week, bro.
We don't got it anymore.
We have to get it by tomorrow.
You gotta watch YouTube.
Good.
It's too many Southern cats from Miami to go up there and the Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill played in Kansas City.
Not zero. Not quarterback.
You don't know. It might have been a game that nobody cared about. Anything
I'm not arguing with you, but his
quarterback
underthrows him with his 80 and Sunny. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do with his -2?
He can hand the ball off to him.
That's a good point.
He can hand the ball off
30
to him.
times a game?
You taking Miami?
Mostert,
You put it on
D-Chain, him. He can, 3, 4, 5. They can give it the other two.
When
They can
the Hawk hit you and the pass hit you, it's a whole different.
So you going Dolo?
What you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
All right. We got a Dolo.
If
pick.
Dolphins win, that's good. It's good for your Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Sunday,
They won't be playing anyway next week.
Steelers go to the Bills, man.
I got the Steelers.
I got the Steelers.
He should have went first. That's why I was looking at you. You was
Oh,
first.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Steelers. I know who. Steelers.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
You already read me. This is a commentary on this one.
Because Buffalo is my new Philly. Like, it's like this, and now it's starting to come down the mountain. Like, they had them couple good games where they were running the ball.
Right.
And then that Miami game, you just kind of saw them, like, it
It
didn't
just
look...
really would. Yeah.
That
yeah.
kick return was the difference. So I'm going Pittsburgh.
Gosh, there's a lot of points too.
How many points?
9.5. No.
Oh, 9.5.
What's the over/under? 30?
No, I'm thinking 43.
No.
I'm handicapping it at
No,
43.
It's 33 and a half.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be
Oh,
40.
I'm going over.
Nah, it's gonna be under.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the weather.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
weather advisory.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh, that's another reason I'm going Pittsburgh because of the
Are they
weather.
gonna move it to Cleveland?
They keeping it there.
If it's a weather advisory for the state of New York,
I'm definitely going Pittsburgh in the weather because Josh Allen,
Mika,
he's a 50-50.
And your boy Mika's back. Micah Hyde. He's back.
Mika Fitzpatrick's back.
Yeah, he's back.
And DeMonte Casey is back.
Yeah, and my guy said with Watt being out, it's not going to be as big as what people think. And he ran down the reasons. Because the guys that replacing Watt, they rotate.
Yeah.
So they fresh. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, I got one guy, oh my God, no, they rotate. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh. In the spirit of Cleveland being better off.
I'll take Pittsburgh to cover, but I'm taking the Bills.
If it was going to be 50 degrees or 40 or something, I would probably lean Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. But the run game going to be so vicious.
Packers to the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
You didn't want to say that, did you?
We all going Cowboys.
Yeah. What's the line on that?
7.
That might get ugly.
It's good if Jordan Love can finally prove me wrong. Like,
that might get ugly.
I'm a bet on the Cowboys and hope that Jordan Love does what he did again and messes up my bet and wins. I'm
going Jordan Love.
You going Green Bay?
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay.
Okay.
I don't believe in him.
Betting against your team.
I'm betting the way I'm telling you, Slap Rock is about to happen.
Yeah. That's money line. We ain't doing points on the picks. Slap Rock ain't happen this week. Maybe next week, not this week.
Nah, he built up steam. He'll be in the NFC Championship. They'll be like, he just made, kudos to him, he just made second team All Pro.
Yeah.
The team came out. He had never made it, so now they really talking. So if he got to lose right now.
Second team All Pro means he's the second best quarterback in the league.
I know.
Okay.
This is not the Pro Bowl. I said second team All Pro.
That's what I was clarifying.
Yeah. So
it wasn't for me. It's for Amy and Amityville.
I'm taking the Packers.
Amityville, yeah, she's at my.
We're talking to a lot of people from Amityville.
A lot of New York, she can tell us what the weather's like out there.
Hey, Amityville was 75 and sunny where the Jaws thing was filmed, but that was made up.
How about Rams, Lions?
Rams.
That's tough.
I'm going Detroit. I'm going Detroit in every sport for the rest of this month.
You taking the Tigers?
He said basketball too much.
Basketball.
Hey,
that's plus money.
What kind of liquor do we have in here, man? It's so crazy.
It's plus money.
No, I'm going Detroit, but I'm gonna tell you now, if the Rams win, they're beating San Francisco. But I'm gonna go Detroit.
I don't think they're gonna beat San Francisco. They lost. They lose to the Rams.
You over here thinking?
I like Detroit. I always like Detroit because, I mean, the last couple of years they just, but they got the worst matchup ever.
Homecoming.
Man.
They got a homecoming, man.
Homecoming.
He played at home. He over there playing quarterback at his own crib, man.
Oh man,
it's just Kyron Williams against that Detroit run defense is what makes me a little nervous.
I gotta go Detroit. I don't want to go Detroit. I gotta go Detroit. Stafford is not playing games with nobody.
Yeah.
He ain't playing games with none. He ain't playing games with nobody.
I'm taking him. I'm going.
You going with Stafford?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You already said what team is Stafford?
Another Dolo.
The Lions.
No, you mean the Rams?
The Lions. You know I ain't going with Stafford.
What? That's your guy.
You going Lions? Both
I'm going with Lions. I changed.
And we went Rams.
Yeah. No, I went Lions too.
We all went Lions.
Oh,
You went Rams?
I'm the only Rams?
Yeah, you're the Dolo on the Rams.
Okay.
Hey, what's your reason for the Rams?
I just think that the Lions lose these games that they should never be. The record's good. They're supposed to be competing with good teams, and they lose all of them, except the Dallas game. But
there
Dallas
you go.
isn't good, so.
There you go.
Eagles, Bucks.
Eagles.
He said so fast.
Eagles.
Give me Tampa Bay.
And this is why I had to take the Lions, because I'm taking the Bucks too.
Give me Tampa Bay.
I was like, I can't have all underdogs, man. One of them don't fight. Going Bucks, man.
Bucks is
underdogs.
underdogs.
Dallas in the NFC
Ain't Bucks
Championship. I can just see it.
Yeah. That's why I said that's why I'm changing from the Rams to the Lions.
That's how I drew it up.
Because I can't have all
Philly?
underdogs everywhere through here, right? Packers. Because I know I was going to take the Bucks.
I think I can see the Eagles beating the 49ers next week at San Francisco. Like, I can see it. I'm looking at my eye.
I can't.
You ready for San Fran to lose?
I can't. Hey, man.
The way my bracket went, because I had 2 upsets.
All right, one more Super Bowl pick before the playoffs start. Last two.
I got Cleveland.
And who?
Cleveland and the 49ers.
Just
And
Cleveland.
Cleveland gonna win?
Yeah.
I got Dallas and Baltimore or Buffalo if they somehow beat Pittsburgh. But let's say Dallas, Baltimore, and Baltimore wins.
Let's go crazy. Cleveland Cowboys. Cowboys
Okay.
and Indians. Let's go crazy.
I'm with the same thing. Baltimore, San Fran. It's still
Okay.
with the same jumps. But yeah.
Well, that's it for
I
a
said
Friday.
another hour in the garage.
A snowy Friday. You know. Hey, a weather advisory tip. If you see fat snowflakes, it's not that cold outside because it's humidity in the air. That's why the snowballs is fat. When you see little snowballs, it's cold outside. Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. Unless you
You see the little folk, you see the snow, the little ones flying around. It's cold.
Those are the ones
If
that
you see
stack up, them little fine
the
ones.
the fat ones. That's what you make snowmans out of because it's still
Oh, yeah,
humidity
yeah,
in the air.
grass.
When they come down, it's still humidity in the air. You can go outside and play football in the snow. When you see the little ones, don't go outside. It's cold. It's cold.
That's what's up.
Yep. All right,
We
we'll
out.
see you guys, Tuesday, back in the
Yeah.
garage.
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday, back in the garage.
What date is Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday is the 16th.
What's the date?
Yeah. No.
No, Tuesday's the 16th. Wednesday's the
16th and
17th. Yeah, 16th and 17th.
Go to your Iowa caucus. Peace.